Good morning, good afternoon, good day. This is your hostess, Karma Ovikio, and I am coming to you live for 5 seconds, and then you'll be able to hear the broadcast. Today is Thursday, March the 28th, and if you listened to the broadcast on yesterday, I am just going to pick it up from yesterday. Now, if you didn't listen to the broadcast yesterday, then I suggest that you listen to it so that you can follow along. So today, and I just finished my walk, guys. So today, I wanted to pick it back up from the story in Numbers chapter 22 and 22. Now, I got an email yesterday. So let me just start here. I got an email yesterday, which was on Wednesday, or so you guys call it Wednesday. But I call it Witness Day. Anyway, so I got an email yesterday on Witness Day, and someone says to me, I really thought that what you were going to be talking about is something totally different, and I've never ever heard of it, referenced in that way, and I wanted to know why, if you're a person who is not a Christian, why you use the Holy Bible as a reference. Well, let me go ahead and answer that quickly, because now that I know that you're listening, I'm going to answer that question. The reason that I used the Holy Bible for reference is the same reason anybody uses the Holy Bible for reference. I am speaking to a particular crowd in a particular way, and so I want that to manifest, or the message to manifest. All proverbs, all fables, and or all stories need a bit of truth in order for people to to get to an understanding so that they can understand the particular message. And so that is why I use the Holy Bible. Sometimes I use the Quran. Sometimes I use the Science of Minds. Sometimes I use life experiences and messages from the griots and sages in my family. But when the Spirit speaks, that's exactly where I reference from. And so that is the reason that I used the Holy Bible on yesterday and today. Who knows what it may be tomorrow? It could be something from the Witch's Handbook. I don't know. Okay, but anywho, now that question's answered, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to pick up on this particular message as of today. Pun on ass. Okay, so the message today is sometimes you have to be an ass. Sometimes you have to be an ass and not show your ass. Okay, so Numbers, we're going back to the chapter in Numbers 22:22. And it says that basically, I'm not going to read the whole thing or whatever, but we're back to the Balaam, which is the guy who was riding the donkey. And so, just to back it up a little bit, yesterday we were talking about this donkey, or this ass, and the Balaam's ass wouldn't do what Balaam asked it to do. And when it saw that God had sent the angel of death, it went in the totally opposite direction of where Balaam wanted it to go. And when it did that, Balaam got angry, and Balaam beat the ass, or he beat the donkey, because it wouldn't do what he wanted it to do. Now, all of a sudden, the donkey turns around and starts to talk to this person. And sometimes when we're an ass, we have to turn around and we have to tell the person who is nagging us, or who is frustrated with us not moving and or doing what it is that they asked or told us to do, because God has given us another direction. Sometimes we have to be the ass that no one likes. because we know that we serve a higher and a divine purpose. So you can be an ass without acting an ass. And tomorrow we'll probably talk about acting an ass, because one thing that you will learn specifically about an ass or a donkey is that we as individuals, or that particular donkey, will be the burden bearer for things that are not going on or things that are going on in this multiverse. But we'll talk about that on tomorrow. And the main focus today is sometimes you have to act an ass. Now, I say that because I was in a particular situation, and you know, the divine is dealing with me about that. But I was in a particular situation where I had my own Balaam, and this Balaam wanted me to do something that, you know, I was okay with, but the divine says that it was not okay with. And so because I walk and I am a living, breathing, divine message here on this planet, I have to do what is according or what the divine says do. Although I do have free will, because the divine does not make us puppets, I still have to answer to not only the divine, but sometimes to Balaam. And so when I went to this particular person and I said to this person, you know, after I evaluated the situation and after I looked at all the things that were not conducive to my life, not conducive to my livelihood, I'm going to have to step away from this particular situation. There have been times in your life that you've had to do the exact same thing. And the person who knew that you were going to do it, your Balaam, said, why won't you do what it is that I've asked? You've done it before. They ridicule you, they beat you, and you turn around and you say to them, like the ass said to Balaam, haven't I always done what it is that you needed me to do? Why is it now that you don't see what it is that I see? Why is it that you can't get your mind off self in order to allow the divine to work in you? You want to kill me? You just want to ridicule me and you want to beat me? I serve a higher purpose. So if you want to say that I'm an ass, if you want to say that I'm acting an ass, I will say yes, I am that ass. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I answer to a higher calling. I won't allow you to sentence yourself to death. I will not go with you and allow you to kill this project. I will not go with you and allow you to kill this dream. I will not go with you and allow you to kill your family and the reputation that your family has. I will be that ass, because at the end of the day, when you see the light, you will know that I was the ass that God sent for you. So sometimes, sometimes I have to encourage people to go in and reference scripture. Now, there are people who don't believe that there is a higher calling. There are people who I would consider not to really be atheists, but they call themselves atheists and Gnostics. And they know that there is a generation of there's a generation of DNA. They know that there's a legacy and or generations of things that move in this universe that they feel have no explanation, that have been here before their parents and their parents' parents and parents' parents, but they don't believe that there's a divine architect that created all things. And sometimes they need a reference. They look at a Bible just like any other storybook. But the divine says, my sheep hear my voice. And that deep speaks unto deep, meaning spirit speaks unto spirit, regardless to whether or not you believe. There is something in you, in your spiritual DNA, that looks for and or acknowledges, even without your ego, that I am God. And because of that, I need you to reference Numbers chapters 22. Because not only sometimes do you have to show your ass, sometimes you have to be an ass. I am your hostess, Karma Ovigio, thanking you guys so very much for tuning into the broadcast. Thanking you so very much for sharing the broadcast. And thanking you so very much for entering my virtual house. You know the doors of my virtual house are always open. From my house to your house, I wish you and I pray for you all green lights. Now, Divine, allow this message to be a blessing. Ashe. Namaste.